We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can.
Good morning from Sibiu, Romania.
We are going to take our little Volkswagen Polo today and go on a road trip. And where we're heading is hopefully going to be pretty cool. It is the Transfăgărășan Highway, which, according to Jeremy Clarkson of Top Gear, is the best road in the world. So we're going to go see if that's true or not.
Yeah, all we know is it's really windy in the mountains. We've done a lot of mountain driving from Canada, so we'll see how that compares to what we know of Canada.
Pretty much. The journey today should take about 3 hours to get to our end destination on the other end of the highway, and then we're gonna go hopefully see one of the sites and then turn around and come back. The highway itself was built in the 70s, and it was built to cut through the mountains so that they could move, have quick access for the military. These days, it's one of the most popular highway drives in the world because it looks absolutely stunning. So we're gonna go, hopefully the weather holds up, and see what the day brings.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get lucky for the weather. It's a clear blue sky day, and it's supposed to be clear skies all day. So I'm hoping that'll hold. We're in the mountains, you never know, but there's not a cloud in the sky, so we might get lucky.
Time to get going.
We are about to head into the mountains, and today could not be a better day. It is so pretty out. What do you think?
The weather is absolutely perfect. Blue, clear skies. Roads are in great condition. I don't think it gets much better. We're driving through, just cute little Romanian villages along the way, seeing shepherds with their flocks of sheep and farmers with horse-drawn wagons, loading up hay. Doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah, Romania has a lot of charm to it.
We've just stopped at a little roadside pullout here, and it is amazing.
Yeah, it is freaking gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of the canyon, like driving through the canyon, or
Which canyon?
the Vancouver.
Oh, Fraser Canyon.
yeah,
back
Fraser
home.
Canyon, or just driving up in the mountains, like Trapper Mountain or something like that. Like it's just beautiful.
To the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild.
We've made it to the top of the mountain pass here, and it's a little busy.
Yeah, to note, do carry cash. We were able to pay for parking with cards, so that wasn't a big deal, but to use the bathroom, you need cash. Nothing is expensive. Parking was what, 25 lei?
25 lei for paid parking lot, 5 lei for the paid toilets. There is a little bit of free parking if you get lucky as you come up to the very top on the side of the road. There were some spots, but it's a really busy day. It's Sunday, it's beautiful weather, so it's really crowded here, and there wasn't a spot there for me. So paid parking, so be it. It's not that expensive, honestly. And yeah, there's looks like just a lot of food vendors. There's even a couple restaurants. You can get beer, you can get, you know, cheese, pretty much anything you need for a quick meal. And so we're gonna go wander and take a quick look around.
And also, you'll notice we're wearing our puffies. You're in the mountains, you never know the weather, so always bring extra layers. It's a beautiful, warm day, and it's still a little bit chilly in here.
Absolutely, because like Cory said, we're in the mountains, and even though we started the day wearing shorts and t-shirts, I'm glad I brought this. Not gonna lie, that smells really good right now. If for some reason you either can't or don't want to drive all the way up to the top of the pass, it is possible to take a cable car, which starts from the top station here behind me. Not sure how much it costs, but it is definitely get up here. And if the weather's bad and the road's closed, that's the only way to get up here.
It's nice to be in the mountains again.
It's absolutely stunning up here. I mean, it's really busy, a lot of people around, and I totally get why, because that drive was awesome and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much a lot to say. We couldn't have picked a more perfect day to come up. It's absolutely freaking gorgeous and clear sky, so I don't think it gets better than this.
Don't imagine it does.
Take one bag.
Sorry?
Bag.
Okay. No, that's okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, can you see the steam coming off that still? So this is kartush, which is kind of like a funnel cake, I imagine. It's basically this dough wrapped around like that dowel you could see there, and baked over coals, and then coated in cinnamon sugar. And as you can see, it's hot. Like you can see, like he just pulled the wooden dowel out of the thing, and it literally just came off the coals. So it's like stinking hot. I don't think I can barely hold it right now. So it's gonna be a minute before I can even like bite into this, because I'm totally gonna burn myself. Oh boy. Thank you.
Wow. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a funnel cake or a beaver tail or any of those kind of, you know, desserts that you've had in North America. But the outside's really crispy. The inside is really soft and doughy. And then the cinnamon sugar on there is lovely. But you can taste that it's been cooked over coals. Right? You can taste that smokiness behind it. So it's very different in that respect than the deep fried, you know, desserts you expect to see in North America. Something like this. All right, that's enough of this stop, I believe. We've had a little bit of a snack, and we are going to keep driving.
But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks.
We just saw donkeys, but it was a really bad place where it wasn't possible to stop the car. So I'm sad because donkeys are like one of my favorite animals.
Just for reference, one of the videos that we watched, they got lucky and ran into, I think, a herd of donkeys. So we brought like carrots and stuff along to feed to them, but we just couldn't safely stop, which is sad.
But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you could take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we know. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's going on. And even when you're next to me, I feel like you were gone. It's all the things you never show.
Well, our intention was to have shown you guys Poenari Citadel, which would have been cool and would have been a pretty decent hike because it was 1,480 stairs to get up to the top of. Unfortunately, we didn't do enough homework, didn't know that they apparently only allow set times to start the hike up to Poenari Citadel. And we've decided it's too late in the day. By the time the next session comes up and then we get up and back down, it'd be too late in the day, and we've got to drive all the way back to Sibiu, and we don't want to be driving back in the dark because this is a pretty windy mountain road. So sadly, I think we're going to turn around here.
Yeah, we're not going to get another opportunity to do it. It was really disappointing. The tours, I think they're group tours from what I understand. It's not just go up on your own. Anyways, the tours were like, I quickly looked at it, 11, 12, 1, and then 3. I don't know why they skipped 2 o'clock because that's roughly about the time that we're here.
There's very little signage to specify, even where to buy the tickets from. The whole thing's a bit of a mess here. Not very well organized. Bottom line, we're not going to get to see it, unfortunately, which is a shame. So, for future reference, Poenari Citadel was built in the 15th century on the top of this mountain, and we'll put a picture up on the screen somewhere here so you can see what it looks like. And it was a home of Vlad the Impaler, aka Dracula. So that would have been cool to see that history. We are gonna go see another castle, Dracula's castle later on this trip when we're in Brasov. However, Bran Castle was not actually anything to do with Dracula, even though people call it Dracula's castle. So this would have been the real deal, but sadly, another time perhaps. Anyways, I think we are going to turn around and start making our way back towards Sibiu and enjoy the drive along the way, because it is gorgeous, so I don't regret coming out here today.
No, I don't regret that. If we had known, we would have arranged our schedule a little bit better. That's all.
Ah, well.
So since we're heading back so much earlier than we anticipated, we were going to stop at like a few of the highlights. First off was a dam that it was a bit of a cluster going through it on the way there, and it was just as bad, if not worse, on the way back. Finding parking was not possible.
Pretty much, yeah. People are parked all over the side of the road. So what should have been a one-lane road in each direction was no longer because there was cars parked. We decided just to keep going and avoid that mess completely because it was not a good place to be parking. So, anyways, moving on.
There was a bear. I don't know if we actually got like any footage. I'm hoping I did. He was just standing on the barrier, totally not worried about traffic. Just kind of standing there watching traffic go by.
And sadly, there are lots of signs throughout this drive that basically say "Do not feed the bears," because apparently people like to stop and feed the bears, which is probably why he's standing next to a row of traffic.
So yeah, they have the same problems in Romania as Canada when it comes to feeding wildlife, which is unfortunate.
A few moments later.
So we just saw 2 more bears, and they're clearly very much looking for food from the humans. We came out to the highway, and no sign of fear whatsoever, and they were like looking at the cars as if people were going to come out and feed them. So sadly, that is a thing here. That's awesome. Well, that ended up being a 6-hour round trip.
Oh no, it's like 8 hours later. So from when we left our Airbnb.
To be fair, not all of that was driving. A lot of it was stopping and like looking at the sights and stuff.
True, yeah. So 6 hours of driving, 8-hour day in total. Didn't unfortunately get to see everything we wanted to see today, but you know what? That's okay. It was a beautiful day. The drive was absolutely stunning. So the Transfăgărășan Highway, definitely worth a drive. One of my favorite drives I've ever done. So yeah, I see the appeal of it.
Yeah, it's tight, it's windy. People park in the most random of spots, not like the safest spots, like right in the middle of a corner, and yeah. So thankfully you're going slow for majority of it. That's easy to avoid. The speed limits, though, they were weird.
I mean, you know, yeah, you'll be on the highway doing 100 kilometers an hour, and then all of a sudden you're approaching a town, so all of a sudden it just drops to 50, but there's basically no warning. It's just a little, you know, little round sign with a 50 in it. No ramping down of speeds, you know, speed zones as you approach the town. It's just 100, 50. And then as soon as you leave the town limits, back to 100. So it's pretty abrupt, but, you know, if you're just following the flow of traffic, it more or less kind of works.
And technically going up either side of the mountain, as far as we could tell, the speed limit was 90, which is very unrealistic for most people, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely not possible for the average person. Well, I mean, you've now seen the video clips of, you know, that windy switchback drive. You're not doing 90 on that. I was averaging 30 or 40 tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even without traffic. There was some spots where you got up to 70, but it's like...
Oh, that was well after that part though. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, that is it for this video. I think we're gonna end that there and pick it up tomorrow for a new adventure. So thanks very much for joining us today here in Sibiu, Romania. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up to give us a like and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our other videos for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.